about her weekly blog talk radio show.
I take it she's on Twitter and other social networks?
Yes, and she's funny too.
Sounds like the author and her book had great personality. I'll be getting my copy today.
Welcome back, listeners. This is the Winning Ways podcast. I'm your host, Stephannie Solomon. Thanks for hanging in there. All right, now we're down to the next half of the podcast. And I left off talking about all is not lost and work what is left. And I want to pick up again with that celebration part. We need to celebrate every moment. I mentioned that earlier when I dealt with all is not lost. Oftentimes when we think of celebrating, we think of the great highlights of our lives. But you know what? We need to celebrate pit stops as well. You know, while putting in the work, which I talked about earlier, putting in the work to be that better person, I have learned to celebrate me. That hasn't been easy. It has not been easy. I had to be taught to do that. Watching other Christians do it and learning what works best for me, which means I had to become self-aware and learn how I'm wired. You know, I don't need the big party. You know, if I have one, okay. But, you know, I'm an ambivert. Some moments I'm out there, and then some moments I'm chill. I'm fine, and I'm good. I'm okay. But I had to learn how to celebrate me. And guess what? I'm still discovering that because phases of life are different. You know, I'm an empty nester. I'm a divorcee now. I'm a retiree now. You know, things are different, and I'm learning to live differently. So I'm learning to celebrate differently. All right. So I'm learning to celebrate me and to be totally present in the moment, which I mentioned earlier. Be present in the moment of celebration, because it shows that I really am thankful. It shows that I'm grateful. I'm recognizing that the Lord is with me and that I'm not just chosen, but favor and grace and mercy is definitely over my life. These moments that we have, they'll never come again. Keep building. Keep manufacturing good. Keep being about the business of the Lord. Remember that we are still building, no matter how old we get, especially where our peace is, you know, is welcomed. We're building. We're building in the lives of others, even when we don't know it. We're still building. We're building as we're struggling. You know, we have a host in heaven and God himself and Jesus interceding for us, watching us every struggle. Yes, through the pit stops and pitfalls, the rest stops. He's watching. We're building even when we're celebrating. We're building when we decide that, you know, I'm going to work on me this month, this year. And I'm going to work on this area of myself. I'm going to increase my vocabulary. You know, I'm going to increase my knowledge of literature that's out there. You know, I'm going to learn to swim. You know, building a better you, and only you know what you need. That's work. It's worth celebrating. And guess what? You're still building. You're building you, this temple, to become the best version. That's what this is all about, becoming the best version of us.